are the reason we should have a reserves, and not only for the players. And we were talking about refs 5 or 10 minutes ago. I feel sorry for refs at the minute because they're under that much scrutiny, because they start reffing as a young man on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday morning. Very quickly they're in the academy, then they might be on the line in a championship match where we've got championship fans shouting and being passionate on the sideline, and before they know it, they're on, they're in the middle. Is it Liam Moore who's got dropped this week?
Well, that's an interesting one. He has been pushed down, hasn't he, to do a championship shield game? Yeah. That actually is one of the great hopes I've got to over the next 200 episodes, is that we see a better pathway for all of our young talent, be it referees or be it players.
I agree.
To get to the top level with the right amount of development behind them. And I think that leads into my biggest, truest hope that I see if I do another 200 episodes of this show. I want to be doing one of them where I'm talking about England lifting a World Cup in 2021. Do you think we've got a chance?
Well, they were very, very close to the last World Cup, and you can look at that in one of two ways. You can shrug your shoulders and say, same old, same old. I've been involved in 3 Ashes series myself as a Great Britain player, so I know that the motivation that disappointment gives you. But if so I'm a believer in right time, right place, but I don't necessarily buy into the first bit of that. You've got to be in that right place consistently over and over and over again for it to be the right time. So if England are on those big stages in those big finals enough times, at some point it will be the right time and we'll be in the right place, and we'll all have a smile on our face. I don't necessarily think, like most people do, that will be the be all and end all and solve all our issues and all our problems. We have lots of things off the field that we're not getting right. We're just about to change again what we're doing. Our great strength is we're not afraid to try things. We're always, we're full of initiative, and we keep tweaking and twisting and changing things. But it's our weakness as well, because we never bloody stick with anything. We have for 3 years, we shrug our shoulders, ask ourselves, did it work? And if the answer's no, then we flick it and we move on to the next one.
Yeah, I know. And over 200 episodes, I'm sure we'll have a lot of talks about things that we've started and stopped, like I have over the last 200 episodes. It's been really great to sort of recap that time period with you. I think the thing that's come through the most from this chat, Barrie, is it's about the players and the young players. Both when we were talking about what we've enjoyed and what we're looking forward to, it's all about the young players. So there's still something there to hang our hopes on, really. I want to thank you for your time, Barrie, because we've probably taken 10 minutes longer of your time than I was planning on. But it's been so great hearing you talk about these things. Thanks from the SLP family as well for your little Easter eggs that you throw into the commentary from time to time. We always enjoy those. And thank you very much for joining us as part of our 200th episode celebration.
Well, that's my pleasure, man. Keep up the good work. Keep going. Keep getting loads of content out there, and it's not just about listening to the experts in inverted commas. It's about listening to the ordinary people, and keep going. And what I would say is those little Easter eggs that I drop in as a little nod to give you and your team and everybody that listens just a little bit of recognition and a big thank you. So keep up the work, man. I look forward to the next 200 episodes.
Thank you very much. News now, sponsored by littlewarden.com and rundom.run. Every year, Dom does stupid runs in stupid costumes to raise money for Martin House, and this year is like no other, because Little Warden is going to match any donation by the SLP listeners to the rundom.run cause if you just leave hashtag SLP family in the donation comment. Dom has just completed his triple run weekend at Euro Disney, so another amazing well done to Dom, and if you haven't donated yet, make sure you do. Okay, I'm going to try and whiz through the news a little bit this week, and we're going to start with Toronto star Jack Bussey has been banned for a total of 10 matches for a biting and high tackle. Bussey pleaded guilty to grade F biting charge that he picked up in the Wolfpack's win over Toulouse. He was given an 8-match suspension and £250 fine for biting Bastien Adair In addition, in the same game, he had accepted a 1-match penalty notice for a high tackle. As the biting offence, though, was committed before the high tackle, under the sentencing guidelines, that 1-match suspension becomes a 2-match suspension, and he gets banned for a total of 10 matches. Carsten got in touch. He said, he just got 8 for the biting, but that's not enough in my opinion. For losing your mind that bad, you should be out for a season at least. 8 matches, when you think about the bans that have been handed out in rugby league over recent times, 8 matches is up there with the biggest bans we see, so that emphasises the seriousness of it. Whether the guidelines are serious enough is a different matter. Does anyone have a view on the biting?
Yes, I mean, but he got the 8 matches, but the disciplinary said because he pled guilty straight away and held his hand up, that's why he only got 8. So
he couldn't really have pleaded any other way.
No, he couldn't have pled any other way. But if he'd kind of if he'd have done a kind of Chris Hill
mitigating
he pushed his ear into my mouth.
Is it? Yeah, I just found his ear in my mouth. And
does he get any credit for not biting it off Holyfield style as well?
Spitting it out. I think 10 games is pretty. I mean, I can't imagine Toronto are going to keep hold of him. So.
No, he's got more than 10 games, hasn't he? Because he's been stood down.
Yeah,
he's a championship player anyway, isn't he? He's never played above championship level. So if Toronto do go up, he's just going to need to find himself another club, which is going to be more difficult because he's going to have 7 or 8 game ban.
Yeah, I mean that is the big story from the last week, and I kind of think under the way that we normally see things dealt with, it's been dealt with pretty seriously. So I'm comfortable with it. Alan, do you want to give us the next news story?
Yeah, so Matty Smith is to leave league leaders St Helens at the end of the season to move to another Super League club. The former Wigan and England scrum half, 31, has made just 7 appearances in 2018 and will be allowed to move on for an undisclosed fee. Do we know where he's going?
Catalan, isn't he? It's been all but confirmed. I don't understand why it kind of was written so euphemistically over the weekend when everyone's actual press release that they wrote up said another Super League club. Then when everyone tweeted it out, they were like, here's the news about Smith leading Saints to go to Catalan, basically. It's interesting that they're getting a fee for him. That's impressive. And also it gives a merry-go-round situation for Josh Drinkwater, who'll be ending up somewhere else, and I'm pretty sure most clubs will be kind of keen to keep tabs on him and see.
You think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Rob, do you want to take us through the other news that's been going on at St Helens this week?
Promising duo Aaron Smith and Josh Eves have both signed 1-year contract extensions with the temporary champions St Helens. The academy products have each agreed a 1-year deal with the option of a further year in the club's favour. St Helens have also handed contract extensions to academy pair Matty Costello and Jack Ashworth. Costello, 20, made his Saints first team debut in April and has made 15 appearances on dual reg at Sheffield, earning him a nomination for the Championship Young Player of the Year award. Ashworth, 23, has also spent time with Sheffield and has made 5 appearances for St Helens in this campaign. He made his debut back in 2015.
Sarah, what's been going on at Warrington?
So the Beaton Challenge Cup finalists Warrington have revealed that 6 more players are to follow half-back Tyrone Roberts out of the Halliwell Jones Stadium, second row forward George King, who scored one of Wire's tries at Wembley in August, experienced former Wigan prop Dom Crosby will leave, wingers Mitch Brown and Taylor Prell are departing, and the other 2 to go are utility man Ben Pomeroy and forward Burdine Thompson.
Anyone want to pick up any of those for their clubs? Well, Alan, you'll take them all, yeah.
Not to be cheap, though. I don't think they're... None of them you look at as being massive losses. Obviously, they've already placed Tyrone Roberts. I haven't really seen enough of Crosby, whether he's made an impact or...
I think he's impressed at Leeds over the last 3 weeks in particular, is what I've gathered. Mitch Brown, I think, was good at Lee, weren't he, last year in a shit side. He just isn't as good as the players that they've got playing in. He was kind of brought in to cover every position in the back line, wasn't he, rather than to play in any of them. So maybe he could do a job at another club as well, but
I mean, they're going to sign Ben Pomeroy again in July out there because that's the pattern now. They sign him for a few weeks, but he plays the odd game, and then they release him, and then he goes to play France, and then they bring him back.
And next year he'll come back as prop. First year it was centre, second year second row. Next year it'll be prop. Langers, do you want any of them at Hull next year in the revamp that might go on there?
No. There's nobody there that's kind of. I mean, we're not exactly flush with prime talent, it seems, at the moment, but. Yeah, there's none of those guys we want.
Sarah, what about, were any of these guys on Joshua's hit list that he gave to the CEO on Saturday?
No, none of these featured. They're not good enough for Joshua.
Fair enough. Langers, tell us about what's been going on in the south of France.
Toulouse forward Sam Rapira has been forced to retire early after suffering a hand injury in their defeat to Toronto. The former New Zealand international was set to hang up his boots at the end of the season, but he has now been ruled out for the rest of the season with a hand injury. Rapira, who won the World Cup with the Kiwis in 2008, made 173 appearances for New Zealand Warriors in the NRL before playing 43 games for Huddersfield Giants between 2016 and 2017.
Didn't cause them too much grief against Rovers.
Nope.
England Academy international Keegan Hartley has joined Featherstone on a one-year deal. The 18-year-old who captained Leeds Rhinos at scholarship level will play his trade in the Championship next season with Rovers. You don't need a youth development system when Leeds produce too many kids for themselves, do you? Well, who else have Featherstone signed that?
Obviously not. So Featherstone have signed the back rower James Harrison for the 2019 season. Harrison, 22, has made more than 60 Championship appearances and is the son of former Great Burn prop Carl Harrison, who made 114 appearances for Featherstone during his playing days.
Okay, Langers and Sarah, let's have you talk to us about a story that involves a Hull FC junior. So Sarah, do you want to tell us the news?
Yeah, so Hull FC back rower Jack Downs is the latest player to join Batley for next season. 22-year-old made his Hull debut in 2015 in an away game at Saints. Downs has played 7 games for Hull this season and played 13 games for his hometown club in total.
Will he be missed?
I would say that I would have rather him go and us keep Johnson Turgott, because I think Turgott actually was a far better prospect. Downs, he's another one. He's a bit like Jordan Lane.
I couldn't. If you stood both of them in front of me, I know one of them's got more hair than the other, but I couldn't tell you which was which.
So Jack Downs is the pretty boy with the blonde hair, like that goes sweeping across his forehead, whereas Jordan Lane's got very short, dark hair. But they're both much of a muchness. Not really Super League standard, I don't think.
Do you agree Langer's not going to be missed?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's quite telling. He's only played kind of 13 games in 3 seasons.
He was one of those lads that in the first year of the Super 8s played a chunk of those games when you'd kind of given up the season and were just playing kids to get them ready for the future, weren't it? And then they haven't been needed for 2 years, so none of them have progressed.
Yeah, they've not kind of moved on. I think a lot of these lads. I mean, as Scoop said, Turgott was one who would maybe would like to hold held on to, but I think he's maybe a year or so older than these lads as well.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of missed the boat. I think at 22, I think if you've not established yourself and you're a regular in the 19, I think chances are that you're probably gonna be let go by a lot of these clubs because they've got lads coming through.
Yeah, Rob, what's happened? There's some news out of North Wales. Do you want to share that with us?
North Wales have confirmed that Earl Hurst has signed a deal with the club for the 2019 season. Hurst spent the second half of 2018 on loan from Rochdale Hornets and he has now made the move to the Queensway Stadium permanent.
Never heard of him, but I think he's got a cool name.
I'm glad it's not just me that's not heard of him.
No. Someone I have heard of, though, is London star Eloi Pelissier and Newcastle playmaker Remy Marginet. They've been named in Spain's squad for the 2021 World Cup qualifiers. Russia, Serbia and Spain have named their initial extended squads for October's European Championship B, which doubles as a qualifier for the 2021 Rugby League World Cup, which is played in England, of course. The top 2 nations will join Italy. The winners of Euro C, which, if I'm right now, is down to Greece and whoever beat Germany the other week. And the bottom 2 nations from the European Championship in a final qualifying tournament in a year's time. So those European Championship B fixtures, if anyone is travelling around the continent, or if you're just Brian Davies, so
he's got tickets